Critics blasting a new White House move to protect Western lands from development. President Obama has designated 2 national monuments covering more than 1.6 million acres in Utah and in Nevada, despite a lot of local opposition. White House correspondent Kevin Corke with the president as he vacations in Honolulu, Hawaii. Still early morning there. Why are there so many competing interests fighting over this land use, and why now, Kevin?
Well, listen, that's really what's at the crux of the issue, right, Lucky? I mean, ultimately, President Obama is within his rights to use the Antiquities Act to create these national monuments. But keep this in mind, he's already done it to create 29 national monuments, setting aside more than 553 million acres of federal land and water. In case you're wondering, that is by far the most in U.S. presidential history. This latest move, however, is controversial. As you point out, a lot of people still fighting over the use of this land. We're talking about the Bears Ears and Gold Butte National Monuments, more than 1.6 million acres of land in southeastern Utah and a swath of Nevada desert after years of political fights over the fate of those areas. Let me just share part of the president's statement. It reads this way: following years of public input and various proposals to protect that is, both of these areas, including legislation and a proposal from tribal governments in and around Utah, these monuments will protect places that a wide range of stakeholders all agree are worthy of protection. He goes on to add, we also have worked to ensure that tribes and local communities can continue to access and benefit from these lands for generations to come. Needless to say, this is still a controversial issue because, as you could obviously glean just from those words there, Leland, there are a lot of people that don't agree with setting aside all this land, despite the fact that it may be protected from further development. Leland?
Now, a lot of people calling it a federal land grab. Can Congress do anything about this, either now or once Mr. Trump comes into office?
Boy, that's the real complicated question, and I'm going to give you sort of a simple answer, and the answer is we don't know. Because, as I mentioned earlier, there's this thing known as the Antiquities Act, and what that does is it basically gives the president unilateral power, some would argue, to set aside land for national monuments, but clearly it has yet to be challenged in court. Now, that doesn't mean it can't be, and it doesn't mean it can't be undone. We simply haven't seen an occasion where that has actually happened. Let me share just a bit of what Jason Chaffetz is saying about this. Of course, Congressman out of the great state of Utah, clearly not very happy about what the president has decided to do. He says in a statement, look, after years of painstaking negotiations with a diverse coalition, Utah had a comprehensive bipartisan solution on the table that would have protected the Bears Ears and provided a balanced solution. There's the words you want to focus on, a balanced solution. Instead, the president's midnight proclamation cherry-picked provisions of the Public Lands Initiative and disregarded the economic development and multi-use provisions necessary for a balanced compromise. Mike Lee, senator from Utah, also tweeted this, Leland. He said it's an arrogant act by a lame duck president. So in case you're wondering, no, the fight apparently is not yet over. Back to you.
Won't be till January 20th. Kevin Corke live in Honolulu. Thanks, Kevin.